and I don't see them beating LSU.
Yeah, that's a rough road right there.
Yeah, SEC. I mean, again, same team in the Big 12. They walk into the playoff.
Well, I'm sure Texas is glad that they're no longer in the Big 12.
Oh, well, for sure. So now they have Baylor to deal with.
Now, I do. Again, I don't agree with Florida State. I don't think they're going to be that good this year. They've lost a lot of folks.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis Winston, though, it's historical that a Heisman Trophy winner never really does good the next year.
Yeah,
not as good. And plus, he's with his off the field troubles that he's had. I mean, the guy's stealing crab legs. Who steals crab legs?
A starving college student.
Okay, if you're a starving college student, you steal ramen.
Dude, if you're going to steal,
you don't steal $60 crab legs.
It's the same charge.
No, it ain't.
It's stuffed under $50.
The crab legs were $70
worth of ramen. Yeah, you eat like shit. You steal fucking crab legs.
Crab legs. That was he stole $70 worth of crab legs, dude.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, you might as well go big. I just don't see.
Have you seen the women at Florida State? Do you really feed them ramen?
That's true.
No, you feed them crab. You feed them crab legs.
That's true.
Come on. I mean, let's be realistic about if you're, never mind.
I don't see him. I don't see him number one. I just don't. I see Oregon number one.
Yeah,
I do.
I don't know.
And I see Oregon.
Florida State's got a much easier path through.
Yeah, but that's true. I mean,
much easier. They're playing ACC teams. I mean, it's not murderer's row for them.
Yeah, that's true. Saturday, South Dakota, which will be a walk, but then they go up against Michigan State. That's a tough game. Then Wyoming. Don't close your eyes on Wyoming. That's just one of those teams that you never know what's going to show up. And then Washington State.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at their schedule.
For the Knowles?
The Oregon Ducks.
Oklahoma State, Citadel, Clemson?
Oregon Ducks.
Oh, okay, Oregon.
Yeah, we already went through the Knowles. I just don't see them number one, though. I don't know. They lost their offensive line. Their defense.
Well, it's preseason, so I mean, you really have no argument has merit right now. But
yeah, that's true. It could all change. Do you see them in the final?
Oregon's got to get past Michigan, and then Washington plays them hard. UCLA, Cal,
Stanford.
Not a gimme in the division.
I see them stumbling against Stanford and Washington and UCLA.
Yeah, and they're not playing USC this year, so.
Yeah,
that's usually pretty good scrap, but they don't have that on the schedule this year. So, yeah, I don't. None of them give me heartburn. The only one that gives me heartburn is Ohio State in the AP being number 5, and that's because they lost their quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to get to them next. I don't think they should be ranked that high either. Top 25. Yeah.
Well, the polls came out before what was his name? Before he got injured. All these polls have been out for a week. He got injured.
That's true.
End of last week. So
yeah, that's true.
I don't have any major heartburn with it because of that. But okay, redo the polls because they're clearly not the best team in the nation right now. So,
of course, Michigan State, they got them ranked.
I got them 8th in USA Today and AP.
Yeah, 8th, and they don't have a real easy schedule here. They got Oregon right out the gate after Jackson State. Then they play Oregon, then Eastern Michigan and Wyoming, which shouldn't be hard. But then they jump right in it, man. Nebraska, Purdue, that's always a tough game. Indiana's going to be a walk, and then their big rival, October 25th, taking the day off. I got steaks on the grill for that one. Ohio State or Michigan State, Michigan. That
should be a pretty good game, but
it's going to be a good game. I think Michigan's underrated. I think
Michigan State wins the conference. I do.
Yeah, I can see that.
I see nobody else there really. Michigan could win a game. Could win that game, but I don't see them.
Yeah, but then after Michigan, Ohio. Go ahead.
I just don't see it. I don't see Michigan being able to put together enough wins to win the Big Ten. I just don't. You know, I mean, really, who are your choices?
Yeah, well, they're rebuilding.
Wisconsin, Nebraska, and Michigan State. Really, the legit teams in that division, and I'm not being an asshole because you're a Michigan fan.
No, I agree. Well, Michigan doesn't have anybody really. Denard Robinson is gone, and he wasn't what we all thought he was going to be. It's Brady Hoke's second year, so he's still getting his people established. I think they're going to beat Michigan State. I think Michigan's going to beat Ohio State this year.
You're probably you might be right, but
they'll drop.
That never matters.
But they'll drop 3 games.
Yeah, and I think your most 3 legit teams in the Big Ten are Wisconsin, Nebraska, and Michigan State. And I think Michigan State's the best of those 3.
Yeah, and Michigan doesn't have a hard schedule this year. I mean, they come out with Appalachian State, which you're too chicken to have a bet on. The Michigan Notre Dame, that's always a tough game right out the gate. They always play each other hard, and that's going to be at Notre Dame, so it's a hostile environment, and you never know what's going to happen there. Then they have a pretty soft schedule: Miami, Utah, Minnesota, Rutgers, and Penn State, leading up into Michigan State. So they could very well be 6-1.
Yeah,
with a loss to Notre Dame, not Appalachian State.
Man, part of me wants to think Penn State can be pretty good this year, but it doesn't matter. They're not eligible for postseason.
No, they're not only that, they're a couple years away. I mean, last year was emotion. Now the emotion's kind of fading. Now they just know they got crappy players.
Yeah, they've got some work to do.
But they'll be back. They're not going to be down. I mean, there's too much money in that program. It's kind of like USC. They were down a couple years from that whole Peterson bullshit, and then now they're back. Now they're kicking ass. So they're not going to be down long. So I think we should take advantage of that. Then they hit Michigan State, and then they end.
Wait, real quick, I want to go on record and say that was the Reggie Bush. He's not a Detroit Lion. That was his bullshit.
That was. I'm sorry, Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush. You're right.
Yeah.
Who is now a Detroit Lion, and who did very good with the Saints. And from the Saints, he went to Minnesota? No, that's Peterson in Minnesota. He went
No, Reggie Bush went from the Saints, Dolphins. And then Detroit.
Then landed in Detroit. So
really, I appreciate it back all the way around. Just for the record.
I think he is too, and I think he's going to do well for Detroit this year. If we can get an offensive line to keep Stafford off his back. Stafford's down his back more than...
He takes 2 steps, wings it out, and freaking Megatron
just puts it in that corner of the field.
Take 2 steps, wing it before anybody else gets through the line, and Megatron will go up and get it, come down on the 1-yard line for an easy score to win.
Catching it with 2 fingers. But the provided
that what's his name? Derek Carr is playing cornerback. He'll do that.
Yeah. The first 7 games, they could be 6-1. If they can get by Notre Dame, they could be 7-0. 7-0 going into a game with Michigan State. And then if they win Michigan State, that's 8-0. And then guess who Michigan has left in their schedule? Indiana, Northwestern, Maryland, and then Ohio State. That's the softest schedule I've ever seen.
You know what's bad is that is a soft schedule.
And
they're still going to drop 3 games.
2.
3.
Notre Dame.
They're not going to get past Notre Dame.
Notre Dame and Michigan State are the only 2 I see them.
They are going to get upset by either Utah or Minnesota.
Shut up.
Michigan State
Minnesota.
And Michigan State will beat them, and then they've got the Ohio State game that I think they have a really good shot at winning. But they will catch an upset either with Utah, Minnesota, or Rutgers. It's going to be one of those. They'll catch a couple upsets in that little string there.
I don't think so. I think they're going to.
Yeah, Utah plays hard. Minnesota's decent. And Rutgers is pretty good.
If they're going to lose 3, they're going to lose Notre Dame, Penn State, and Michigan State.
I see them beating Penn State. That's a home game, but prime time and all that.
Yep. Prime time, 7 p.m.
Dude, I really see a loss somewhere in the Utah-Minnesota Rutgers range, and I think they'll lose to Notre Dame, so they'll be 1-1 to start. But I think they're a 3-loss team this year.
I can see a 3-loss team, but I'm hoping for a 2-loss team. Notre Dame and Michigan State.
Yeah.
Because that is a pretty soft schedule. And, he's got a scrappy team coming up, but he's developing players. I mean, he's getting his players in there. He's getting rid of the train wreck that was Rich Rodriguez.
He's got a couple more years to go before he gets there, though.
Yeah, because he's taking it back to smash mouth football, which is what Michigan's been known for. So,
which works really well if you're playing late in the season at home.
Yeah,
grind not going to work so well if you play some real teams early in the season.
Yeah, grind it out.
You got to throw up some points. So,
well, the smash mouth defense is what they need. Baylor's at 10. I agree with that, and I'm picking Baylor to be one of the Final Four. I think Baylor's going to take the Big 12.
Yeah, I think Baylor takes the Big 12, but I think they'll have a loss. I really do. Yeah, I think there's going to be 2 SEC teams in the Final Four.
If they lose, they're going to lose to Oklahoma. They got SMU, Northwestern State, Buffalo, Iowa State, and Texas right out the gate. They're not going to lose to Texas. Their next 5 games, TCU, West Virginia, Kansas, number 4, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State. Out of those, I see them losing against Oklahoma. Oklahoma State's going to be a good game, and then they close it out with Texas Tech and Kansas State, who they've got ranked 20th, but I don't think they're that good.
Yeah, I could honestly see them dropping one that they shouldn't. I could see them dropping one to Texas. Maybe Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it's at Texas. I could see that one.
I could see them dropping another game, Texas or Oklahoma State.
But they'll win the Big 12. They'll take the Big 12.
I would not be shocked if they don't have an entrant into the Final Four. Big 12 doesn't have an entrant into the Final Four this year. Would not be shocked.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Baylor makes it. I'd love to see a Baylor national championship.
I would too. I would think it'd be great.
That would justify the whole Final Four thing.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would be even better if Utah was good this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Or BYU or any of them.
That's true.
Would make me feel a whole lot better about any of this. But I see. Really, I'm thinking 2 SEC teams in there. 2 SECs. Florida State, I think, has a pretty easy path in there because of the ACC schedule. And I see 1 Pac-10 team, and I'm taking a flyer on.
Well, I tell you what, let's close out the last segment, and we'll pick our Final Four. Let's take a commercial break here.
All right.
All right, we're talking preseason football. We're laying it all out there. If you're listening right now, we want to hear from you. If you got a Twitter account, go to Mike Allen at tired_Lions_fan. Tell me I'm full of crap. Tell Nate he's full of crap anyway. Leave me out of it.
No, I'm pretty sure you're going to be full of crap.
Or give us a call, 866-225-5401. I'm Mike Allen. You're listening to On the Air on the Armed Radio Global Network. We'll be right back after these messages.
Now I know you hear Joe Rocks and the Dog on their weekly restaurant reviews on Night Talk, 10 p.m. Eastern. And boy, these two like to eat. Right, boys? Well, here's something to review right from your house. Eat24. That's right, Eat24.com. With over 25,000 restaurants for you to choose from when you're hungry. Many in your area. So review that, boys. Eat24.com. Click, order, and eat. Eat24.com.
Are you looking to buy prescription eyeglasses? Family-owned and operated EyeFramePros.com is your online store for prescription eyeglasses. Select the eyewear of your choice from our variety of frames, fill out the prescription information, and place your order in no time. After this quick and easy process, you'll receive your prescription glasses in a few days. All major credit cards accepted. Visit us at EyeFramePros.com. That's EYE Frame